I'd say 15 Royal Ashland, just wasn't really committed to volleyball as much as 17 Royal Ashland. I was really more focused on rowing at the time, still wasn't sure about the whole volleyball thing. I was trying to choose between volleyball, rowing, and stuff, and so just didn't put in a lot of effort. I wasn't very strong of a player as I am now, I think.
Ash was extremely quiet. I would describe Ash as like a baby giraffe. So not overly strong, all arms and legs, a really good arm. Worked really hard, but
I wasn't a very big talker when I came on the team. I didn't really like interacting with people that much, so definitely just like a really welcoming environment. It really made me feel like part of the family. Like when I first came in, like people would just like ask me to hang out and stuff, and like even though I like didn't really talk to them, and just like I don't know, like they were like wanted me to be like part of their culture and just like really welcoming and like accepting and stuff.
She was new to the game. She had a lot of things that she needed to work on it, but also a lot of tools. It's amazing to me what she has done in the last 2 years to completely transform herself as a person, as an athlete, as a volleyball player, as a teammate. All those things have completely changed from her 15 years.
she's a great kid. Worked really hard. Was very coachable. But when it came to playing the game, was definitely very nervous. Sometimes would trip over her feet. But her wanting to learn the game and be coached was really good.
And I think when I came to Skyline, it was like I was like looked in the eye and I was like, someone told me like, you could be good if you put in the effort, and I think that was like what I needed to hear.
There are a lot of athletes with a lot of potential that can go on and do great things. It's just a matter of, are they going to put in the work? How bad do they want it? How good is the training and the coaching they receive? We knew Ash had the ability to do what she's doing now. I'm not sure that she did, but she does now. At the time, I don't know that she even thought about it, honestly. So that's our job. That's our job as coaches, as the leadership within the club, is to recognize where that ceiling is and do what we can to help our athletes get to that level.
Just like change my mindset. It's like I'm gonna kill this ball, like and like just I don't know. It was just like a mindset switch, I think, of like just like going through the motions to being like, how good can I get?
Ash will tell you one of the big contributors was the culture of our club and her specific team. She talks a lot about how she felt comfortable here and how it was a family, but I don't think Ash is giving herself enough credit when she says those things. One of my private lessons with her, we tried a couple things with her attacking, and we tried things that I wouldn't normally teach or train. It's kind of more of an overtraining type of thing, and boy, like it just clicked. And when she started thundering volleyballs and that was happening, to see the look on her face, that was, I guess for me, what I saw in her was a belief in herself that, it's in there for me. Something has changed. I tried to work on something and I'm getting results. And boy, from there, I felt like it just skyrocketed.
Definitely probably my 16th year, because I came like closer with my team, just like really started like developing more as a player and not just like going through the motions as much. And I don't know, I started to see how good I could be, and not like I saw that I wasn't like at my peak, and like I could get better if I wanted to and if I put in the work. And so that really definitely encouraged me to put in the work. And then I started working out in like November, like seriously working out and like testing verticals and stuff with Coach Allen, and so increased my vertical like 7 inches, and it's just definitely like that like objective like marking of like getting better helped me like mentally want to be better.
When I got here, she started coming to things like clinic stuff pretty much right away. And then once the room was set up and she was able to get in here, she's that kid that, she had goals in mind that she wanted to accomplish. I mean, she wanted to be a kid that touched 10 feet. So, we set about that process. And
It's crazy how in 2 years how different she is, and that she put a lot of time and effort into the strength program, which allowed her to be stronger, hit the ball harder, jump higher, which obviously helps her kill the ball and gives her a lot more confidence.
once we had racks up in here in mid-December after high school season last year, she was in, and starting to work, and she went from I guess 9.7.5 to 9.9.5 jump touch pretty quick as soon as we started squatting, and then she would stay there, and she just kept working, just front squats and back squats and front squats and back squats, and started to put some more dynamic things in for her once the club season started this spring, and she had a day where she touched 10 feet and almost burst into tears and had to call her mom immediately, and that was a great day. And then next thing you know, she's back down at steady 9.5 or 9.10. So trying to explain to her that just because you hit that one time doesn't mean you live there yet. You're a kid who touched 10 feet. That doesn't make you a 10-foot kid. But she just stayed shoulder to the wheel and kept doing the work and then the day came when she touched 10.1.5, and now she walks in and just cold off the street can touch 10 feet.
That's where things have probably changed with her, is that she's jumping higher, she's hitting the ball harder. She always had a good arm and she always had good hand contact, but we just need to clean things up. And so she did a nice job of taking the training that was given to her and applying that.
The confidence that she's built in here has carried directly over to the to the player she is now, and how she carries herself and who she believes herself to be now. Yeah, I think there's a direct correlation there.
I wasn't very keen on playing volleyball in college until right up until June 15th, when coaches started emailing me, and I was like, wait, this is an option for me. I didn't even really see it for myself until then. And so because I didn't really start a recruiting process as much as I probably should have or could have, but then coaches started emailing me, I was like, wait, this could be something that I could do. I definitely chose Kennesaw. One of the main reasons, I really like Coach Keith. On the phone call, we talked for a solid 45 minutes, and it didn't seem I could just talk to him, and we seemed to really align in where we thought what he wanted for me as a player and what I wanted for myself as a player, what I wanted for myself in my volleyball career, and just to put in the work, get better, and he saw the potential in me, I guess.
Yeah, not a lot of people know about Kennesaw State. It's a incredibly strong program. People get drawn to the quote unquote names, and Kennesaw is not in one of those major conferences. They're not in a Power 5 conference, ACC, SEC, Big Ten. They'll go in and they'll play the bottom half and maybe even the bottom 2/3 of those Power 5 conferences, and they can beat them, and they do beat them. They've done that over the course of the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So people that don't pay attention to actual results, but they pay attention more to football and basketball names, Kennesaw might not be something that they recognize. But one of the things that we try to really stress with our athletes as they're going through the recruiting process is to pay attention to RPI. And so RPI is a great indicator of where programs are and what kind of range they are in. It's not a perfect science, it's not an exact science, but it is pretty accurate in terms of how Division I schools and programs match up against each other. So I think that's you look at Kennesaw, there are 50-something RPI last year, consistently making the NCAA tournament. They play in the ASUN conference, which is a very, very strong volleyball conference, which I don't think a lot of people realize. There's some great programs in that league. So for Ash to be going there after what she was at 15s is amazing. Just looking at the the juniors and the seniors that have committed to programs here in the Jacksonville area. Kennesaw State's the highest RPI for any of the athletes that are going to play college volleyball on scholarship. So, and we've got great athletes, and not just in our club. There are great athletes in other clubs as well that are going off to play in college, and they'll be fantastic college players. So for her to be in the mix with them, that's a huge thing, and I think it's a great credit to the work that she's put in, the way that she has developed. It's a great credit to our coaches that have worked with her. So it's exciting for us to see how our athletes are developing over the course of year to year to year to year. And now that we've got players that are of recruitable age and that would have been in the system and in the program for a long time, we're starting to see those results pay off. That was a huge deal.
We just wanted to state how we feel lucky and blessed that she was able to find Skyline as a club to provide her guidance in her last few years. She's really found a home in Skyline with the coaches that are able to bring the best of her play out of her through focusing on weightlifting, the jumping, the skills in her position, and ultimately how to go about playing at the next level.
Skyline does a great job of offering a truly integrated program where there's great coaching, great training, and they don't just say it, they do it.
We're real proud of Ashlyn and all the hard work. She's really dedicated herself in the last 2 years to making it in this sport, and that included many hours in the gym, open gym times, also many hours in the weight room, and also just going through the recruiting process, which was a learning curve more for us than it's been for her, and also the club guidance.
She had really great offers from 6 different schools, and a lot of people don't know that because she's kind of a humble, quieter person, and she had some really great offers, and it was a tough decision for her. So she did rely on a lot of support from Coach Hugh and the other great coaches at Skyline to help her make a really tough decision.
And we're glad that she's had something to focus on, and it's a great goal, it's an admirable goal. Not many people get a chance to play Division I sports in college, so something you can only get once in a lifetime. And we're wishing her the best of luck, and we look forward to watching many Kennesaw State games in the future. We thank Skyline, and otherwise we say go Owls.